Have you ever taken a close look at Tiger Woods' 2000 swing? Now, during this era, he was the most dominant player on the planet. That 2000 season will probably go down as the greatest season in the history of golf. He was first in scoring average. He was 3 strokes better than the field scoring average. Second in driving distance, only behind John Daly. His stats that year were just phenomenal. And if you look at his swing, it's pretty boring. It's really, really, really simple. When we look at it face on, there's so little happening. Watch, I'll move forward to one of the slower clips here. Hands and arms are so quiet going back. Shift to the right, there's a lateral move. Hands and arms still super quiet, barely setting the wrists. As he comes down, he's going to make a big lateral move back to the left. And this, once he gets that lateral move going, he immediately starts widening that angle between the club shaft and his arms. And you can see there's no, not trying to set the wrists more coming down. He's actually widening the shaft very early. And if you look as he comes down to impact or near impact, look at how little wrist angle he actually has. This is definitely the opposite of what's kind of thought of today as mainstream, maintaining that angle. He's actually trying to get rid of it as early as possible. And this creates a very, very wide swing back and through. And if you ever wonder, like you watch Tiger hit little half shots and he looks like he only swings back, maybe on his back swing to, halfway. It looks like he stops like right here. And then he still hits his 7-iron, 180 yards or what have you, To do that, you have to have speed early in the swing. And this is something that I have been very, very deeply diving into with the stuff that I've been sharing on GOAT theory. And so I want to show you how simple this golf swing really, really is. Because if you think about it, the simplest golf swing is what we're really always after. The minimal movement while still having full power. And this 2000 swing really epitomizes that idea of having as few moving parts as humanly possible. So as I've been working through these concepts, I'm going to show you where I'm at and what I'm thinking with the swing. Now I'm hitting a 6-iron and I think Tiger's hitting an 8 here. So there's obviously a little bit of difference and he's about 3 or 4 inches taller than me. So take those things into account. But as he goes back, you can see that he gets the club up, but he's not setting his wrists a lot. It's very, very, very late wrist set by comparison to a lot of players who take a more obvious early set. Tiger's always been super, super wide going back, which is indicative of how I believe that he's bringing that club down. At the top, super wide, flat left wrist. And the key here is that right hand is loaded in a position to be able to accelerate the club early. And then this is what I'm going to be talking about in the next video on the arms. I just wanted to kind of give you guys a precursor that what's really happening is he's making a lateral move and beginning to, what I believe, throw the club from the top. And you're like, wait a second. I cast the club already. The last thing on earth I want to do is throw the club from the top. But if you think about what's really happening to create a wide swing and what Tiger's doing as he comes down into impact and what I'm doing and what I'm feeling to get into this impact is I'm actually going to the top and I'm trying to start accelerating that club as early as possible. I'm not trying to maintain lag. I'm trying to do the opposite. I'm trying to get rid of it. And this is why I have been working hard on this video, because it is completely contrarian to kind of everything in golf of maintaining the angle and turning the body fast. I'm doing the opposite here. I'm actually feeling that my lower body is slowing down, because as I start throwing sooner from the top with this lateral shift, the more my hips want to start rotating even faster, which is a very strange sensation. But when you start working through all this stuff, it's going to make a lot more sense. And what's interesting is Jack Nicklaus said that he felt he could never start releasing the club early enough from the top as long as he was moving left. And so as my whole GOAT theory study continues to go on, you're going to see a lot more interesting things that are going to be pretty contrarian to what you've heard about the golf swing in the past. I'm still working through these ideas, but I wanted to share it with you guys so you kind of know what's coming next, because this is going to be a very different perspective on the golf swing for sure.